It is 8:33 p.m. Tuesday, February 6, 2024. I did not look at the time. I did not know it was 33, but it is 8:33 p.m. Tuesday, February 6, 2024. Funny how that always works out. But I know. The very person that I'm making this video for will be the first one to say, he looked at the clock beforehand. He'll use this clip right there of me saying that over and over again. And I mean it, because you will. And if you don't, you wanted to, and this just stopped you, and eventually you will. So, Robin's Hood, this video is for you. If, somebody else, if you're watching this video and you have no idea of what I'm talking about with the situation and stuff, you go check his channel out. But if you don't know what I'm talking about and everything, I'm not going to get into any backstory and stuff really too much right here, because the handful of people that do know, and it's really just for Robin, and for the record. Okay, so I'm not even going to go into any of the old stuff because I've already clarified it enough times. If you see Robin showing a clip of me or talking about me, the information is incorrect. It's incorrect in a way, though, that it's believable that he thinks it's correct, or he at least thinks it's possible that he's correct. So, whatever. This time, it was repeated after I did a stream looking, because he commented, we haven't spoken in a long time, he commented on my channel, he unblocked me from his channel, and then he told me about this situation with the YouTube music video and him taking some footage, doing some recording at the Philadelphia Art Museum on his wife's birthday, I believe, with his wife and him walking around recording in the art museum. He has connected these two things together, this YouTube music video and his own footage, and he's confused by it because he believes that his footage is like what it was used to create the music video footage, which was decades before. I thought that I made this pretty clear. Robin just, I guess, has repeated multiple times in videos now saying, Justin said that he just can't get on board with any of it, and specifically saying the art museum footage. But that's not what I was referring to when I said, like, I just can't get into all of it. I was talking about your channel in general, Robin, and you. I talked for like over a half an hour, and I actually did it multiple days in a row when I watched the art museum footage, and I explained it to you. But I guess it wasn't good enough for you, or you would have to do some of your own seeking and figuring out, so that it wasn't good enough. You skipped over the whole entire stream where I talked the whole time about what I understood about it. So I'm going to try to clarify that again now, what I was saying on that stream, which you could go back to try to understand, I guess. I don't know how, I'm not purposely trying to not be good at explaining my thoughts. It's hard to put into words. The greatest of all truths are unutterable. So, long story short, research light. I believe that this reality is, and including the music video and the art museum footage, I believe that it is a form of a hologram or projection of light densifying. It's kind of truly an illusion, but it's very real from inside of it, this 3D world, I mean. So with that being said, I'm not going to get into why I think this or anything. That's in past rants of mine. I have 2 YouTube channels and a TikTok, but just imagine that it is a hologram and that there's some kind of source to it, and it's like a really advanced projector, like more advanced than it is really just able to perceive without really thinking hard. And I'm not saying that I can perceive it, but I'm saying like you really got to like think about this. It's not something that's just gonna click, and you're not just gonna have an aha moment about this with me saying it briefly like this. But imagine that there is still a source like a projector, right? So here's the, and say the sources are all different. Say there could be, let me make them bigger. Say there could be a circle, a triangle one, a square one, whatever, okay? And this is not what I think that they are either. I'm just keeping it simple right now, saying that they would say that there are different types of sources. See, somebody could easily look at the art museum footage and look at the music video, the YouTube video footage, which I do find relevant right now, too, with current events. And I try to explain this, if they have the same either source of the projection and or foundation, because somebody could easily say like, well, they're different, they're not the same, there's like something about it that always kind of seems a little similar and stuff, but they're not the same. They're not the same, because it's not just about what your eyes see and stuff like that. Like, it's being compounded, like there's all these light particles and stuff that are densifying and compounding to create everything, like even me, this ceiling, this cross, which does not represent blood sacrifice to me. This represents an actual event. This involves light. So yeah, I just want to clarify that, and that's why. And it's silver, and then it's gold dipped, so it's like 14 karat gold on the outside, and then a whole, really like the whole rest of it is silver. So, and it's a cross, and I don't go to church on Sunday, and I really bless the people that do, and I hope the best for them, and I hope that they can start waking up, and I hope that they can start prioritizing better and stop letting the small, minute amount of corrupt leadership do this to everything with, and use the resources the way that they do and stuff. It just, I hope the best for the people that do, but that's not what this is for me. But I do strive to be Christ-like, and I consider myself a follower of Christ, and I am. These titles and stuff, it's hard to explain things anymore. I am what I am, I guess. Stick around, you'll figure it out. So, if the same source is what's putting it, both the music video and the art museum footage, and or the whatever foundation of that, of what this reality is coming up from, would be the same, that would mean that there would probably be an individual, somewhat of a hidden puppeteer. Oz is probably the common denominator with why, and it probably involves Robin a lot, and that's, it probably is built around him, because we all, like, well, I don't believe that it's all people, but I believe that there is multiples spread out who are like the Truman Show. So, and we're all handling it differently. But when I did with Robin, when I said I can't get on board with that, it's just like I just can't get on board with that, because, man, I don't have the capacity to deal with your content or anything, because I feel I have real life stressors, real life, like, difficulties and stuff like it. I'm trying to raise a family, and I have like a serious financial issue, and I'm trying to work through life. I can't Like, I can't look for the Antichrist out of a group of people that you know off of YouTube. Like, that's your subscription list. Like, you make these videos, and then if I disagreed with you or anything in the past, it would be like, you know what I mean? Like, you could never handle that. But I'm just not into what you do. That's your thing, dude. Like, and I'm not hating on it at all. But as far as the art museum footage, I thought I explained it. I thought that it had something to do with just how reality was formatted, and that it was some similarity to it, how it was like made visible. But it's not something that many people will be able to see, because you have to, your first eye is the one looking at it, not your second and third. Your first. Stay up, Robin. Brother, I do love you, man, and I hope the best for you. And if there's ever anything that I could do to help you, I would do it. But as far as, like, chasing the channels around and all the stuff that you're into doing, I'm just, I'm battling life too much to have the ability to be able to focus on it, or putting the energy into it. But you'll be good, man. You'll be good. Stay up.